So according to ML Football here, Demetrius Knight and Shamar Stewart did not participate in rookie minicamp because they're trying to change the Bengals' philosophy on how they go about protecting their unsigned rookie players. Yeah, always fun. So apparently the Bengals only cover disabling injuries. So if you get hurt in this time period of being drafted to rookie minicamp, or you get hurt at rookie minicamp, they only cover disabling injuries, meaning injuries that would disable you for a period of time or for life. If you have a small injury or a small problem, they're not going to cover you. Now, 31 other teams in the NFL does cover you. They do protect you in case something happens like this. Apparently, according to ML Football here, our two top draft picks here are trying to change that philosophy from Cincinnati and make it so that all other 32 teams, or the Cincinnati is exactly like all other 31 NFL teams. Now, I will say a couple things, right? Number one, you got to look at the long list of players we have drafted over the last, 50, 60 years. How many of those players have been fluffed over because of this rule? That's one thing you have to look at. Get a list of players and say, okay, how many of these players, participated in rookie minicamp or got hurt before or got hurt before they signed their contract and, got hurt because of that and was fluffed over by the Bengals because of that. And I'm going to guarantee you that list is probably not crazy big because the NFLPA, if that list was insane, the NFLPA would step in and the NFLPA would make the Bengals change. But the fact is, that list is probably, at most, probably 5 or 6 players. And we're talking over probably the last 60, some odd years. Actually, the Bengals been around for 67, which would be 33 plus 25, 58 years. So said over the last 58 years, there's probably only 5 rookies that got, in some way hurt by this philosophy the Bengals go with. Number 2, you got to keep in mind also, the Bengals do not care. Like, again, unless someone forces them to change, and forces them as in the NFLPA or the NFL, they're not going to change their philosophy. 2 rookies aren't at training camp, or not training camp, aren't at rookie minicamp. Okay? They're going to just have the other rookies that are there and undrafted guys go out there and participate and practice. It's not like it changes anything. It's one day of activities. It's not like we're not going to see, Demetrius Knight or Shamar Stewart at Bengals, training camp. We're going to see both of them there. We're going to see both of them in the preseason. We're going to see both of them in the regular season. Eventually, they're both going to sign their contracts and they're going to get paid. Not really that big of a deal, right? So it's not like the Bengals, I highly doubt the Bengals even care about this. Like, yes, it sucks that they're not there, but if you watch the rookie minicamp, it's just a walkthrough. It's simple routes. It's simple things. It's nothing too, invasive. It's not like they're actually going out there and doing a full training camp. So with that being said, I don't really think this does anything to take away from the Bengals' mentality of how they operate. I don't know if this is fully true. And that's why, take this with a grain of salt. Because at the end of the day, ML Football, sometimes they're accurate about their stuff, sometimes they're not. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? If this is true, I do commend these rookies for at least trying to, help out rookies of the future. But it's not like it's going to. It really isn't. I don't think this is going to change anything when it comes down to it. But shout out to them for that because, again, it's a honorable cause, I guess. I think this is, I don't know. Again, like I said, I understand the perspective that they should protect the players. They should. But it's like, it's one of those things where, when something really bad happens at the workplace and then that person becomes an example moving forward, right? And you're like, oh, look, this guy got injured, right, at the workplace because he, I don't know, he didn't close the lid of the forklift when he got off of it, right? And now someone else got really badly injured. Well, now they're going to start telling all the new employees, all the new people, hey, listen, you got to make sure this doesn't happen again, right? And here's the example, and so you know not to do this said thing. Unless a player really got injured before that said period, before them signing the rookie contract, then they're not going to change because there's not really a person that you can look at and say, well, this is an example. And if that does happen, if the example does come out of nowhere, then that said player, I guarantee you the NFLPA will step in and say, no, you're going to protect this said player, or you're going to protect players moving forward. But until that happens, it's going to be a nothing burger. And it's going to be like, oh, where are those guys? Well, they didn't sign their contracts yet, and they're not here. And that's pretty much that. I mean, we looked at this yesterday, but these are all the players that first round picks when they signed their rookie contracts. Mims didn't sign his rookie contract until July 22nd. Miles Murphy, May 12th. Dax, May 18th. Chase, June 2nd. Burrow, July 28th. Jonah Williams, so on and so on. So, again, it's one of those situations where, well, yes, maybe they're trying to make an example out of it. Unless someone really does get hurt and then doesn't get any help, it's not going to change anything. So, again, like I said, we'll see. They're going to be at training camp. They're going to be at preseason. And I promise you, once preseason kicks off and we're talking about Demetrius Knight making some tackles in preseason, not a single person's going to think about this ever again until we look at when did these guys sign their said contracts and we see, wow, it's right in line with everybody else. I mean, again, that's just the fact of it. That's just the fact of the matter is no one's going to think about this in a couple months from now. Now, if these players did sit out and refuse to sign the rookie contracts, that's completely different, right? But based on what I understand, both these guys, once they get their contract worked out, they're going to work them out. But I don't think they're going to hold out any longer than before training camp. So, at the end of the day, maybe that will somehow, some way change something. I highly doubt it. At the end of the day, they're just going to get a contract signed, and this all is going to go under the rug, and we're probably never going to talk about it again. That's how mainly most of these stories go. It is what it is. Peace out, guys.